First of all, I'd have to say the Philippines is a beautiful country with a 7,000 plus islands and everything. And living in the Philippines is truly a great experience. Lived here 13 years. I've loved almost every minute of it. I've had girlfriends nearly the whole 13 years. However, in the past 12 months, almost 12 months, I've not had a girlfriend. And I've been out on the dating scene and meeting girls. And today we're going to talk about some of the not so good experiences that I've had dating in the Philippines. One of the first things that the new President Marcos has done when he came in office last year was to deactivate the SIM cards of the cell phones that were not registered last April. I didn't realize it at first, like, what kind of move is this? Like, what's this all about? But I realized after a while that this was a genius move by the president. The amount of scams that's going on by a lot of these younger Philippine women sending money, Western Union and GCash, is off the charts. It's off the charts. And by doing the registration of SIM cards, that the Philippines can go ahead and monitor those people who are scamming people. They can go ahead and they can turn off their SIM cards, make them register. It makes lots of trouble for the scammers. When I had a girlfriend and I was out of the dating scene, it was really nice. I didn't have to worry about all this kind of stuff. But in the past, like, I don't know, 10 months or so, I've had to deal with a lot of scammers. And that motivated me to make this video today. In the Philippines, there's a group, it's a small group, who are professional scammers that go ahead, and they're usually like poor women from poverty situations, or just greedy people, greedy bad people trying to make a living, and also by frauding the foreigners. Like I mentioned, I too have been a victim of these kind of people, and they're all over the place. And if you're not careful, you too can be one of the victims. But it's very easy to be a victim because these girls, they know the weaknesses of guys. You know, there are certain weaknesses of guys, compassion, and especially foreigners, you know, they have compassion for women when they say they have certain problems, certain bills, certain obligations. And the foreigners feel compassionate towards these women. And the Philippine women are experts at exploiting these weaknesses of the foreigner. Some of these scammers are new and they don't really know how to scam very well, I've noticed. And they scam and I'm like, you're a scammer. And I just go ahead and delete these guys out, these girls. But some women here in the Philippines are professionals. They know how to scam. They know how to get what they want. They know the man's weaknesses, and usually they get it. As a man, you need to protect yourself. You need to stop these professional women from scamming. I have a rule now in my life, and I say never send GCash to a girl that I don't know, who's never benefited my life, who's never done anything good for me. Do not send money in GCash or Western Union if you're abroad, but GCash is used all over the Philippines. And these women, they just love sucking money out of GCash. And when a girl asks for GCash, I'm like, goodbye. It really is a tricky, slippery slope. These girls, they know lots of stories, lots of reasons to send money. They're professional, a lot of these ladies. And one of the things you got to do is just be strong and know that these women have not benefited your life in any way. And when they start asking you to send money, especially GCash, don't do it. Just save your money. Take care of yourself. You know, money is precious. You work hard for your money. You work hard for your money. Yeah, you work hard for your money. You don't want to throw it away to some scammer, some person who has never benefited your life or never done anything good for you. Save your money. Go to dinner. Enjoy your money. And don't feed the scammer. For me, it's really crazy how many scams these girls have. And when I learn one scam, a new scam comes up. There's just new scams left and right. And one of the things you must do is just try to have this rule within yourself that you're not going to send money to girls or women that do not benefit your life. Save your money, like we mentioned. But there's scams after scams. There's a million scams. And there's going to be 1,000,001 scams today. So don't fall for any of those scams. These women are professional, most of them. And they're really good. They really know how to get a guy's wallet and just like take their money. Don't do it. Don't send money to women who don't benefit your life and that you don't know. One of the big scams in the Philippines, if you're living in the Philippines, is a girl lives far away from you. And she says, send me money so I can travel to you. And you send her lots of money, and then she takes the money and runs. Don't send money to girls who want to travel to meet you. Go ahead if you have the time and go meet them and bring them back, or date them first. Better to date them to know who you're dealing with, because you don't want to start a relationship with a scammer, and you don't want to start a relationship with a girl who's out for your money or out to destroy your life. So you want to get to know that woman, and you want to experience her and maybe see what she's like and see what her family's like, and spend a little bit of time getting to know her rather than bringing her to your home fast and then being stuck with a situation you may not like. Just don't send money for women who travel that say they want to meet you. Just don't fall for it. And these women, they have, like I say, lots of excuses, lots of reasons, but don't send money to women who want to travel to meet you. One time I fell victim to a woman who said she wanted to travel and meet me, and I was sending GCash. Don't send GCash. Follow my mistakes. And I sent GCash, and then GCash refused it. And because the woman was violating and she was a scammer, she was turned in the SIM card registration. They got this girl for scamming. And she said, no, it was a big mistake, and lots of reasons, lots of terrible lies and excuses. Don't fall for it, especially if you send GCash and then they don't accept her payment, knowing that she's been turned in for fraud. Just take your money and run away from that girl, because she's only trying to use you. Like I say, don't get involved in sending money to women you don't know. It's just get to know that person. Now, if it's your girlfriend or somebody you had a relationship with or that you are close with, that's different. But I'm talking about girls, like new girls for the first time. Don't take your chances on these kind of people, because majority of these women are frauds. And another thing, living in the Philippines, don't loan money to nobody. Don't loan money to anybody, because a loan is not really a loan, it's a gift. People say, oh, I pay you back. But in the Philippines, there's no payback. Nobody has money to pay you back. If you loan people money, it's gone forever. You never receive it back. So the best word of advice I could give to you is never loan money to anybody. Russia used to be the #1 country of women scamming foreigners. Lots of beautiful women in Russia, and they scammed a lot of these foreigners. But a lot of these foreigners got scammed, and they got tired of these Russian women, and they left Russia. They moved to the Philippines. Why did they move to the Philippines? You might ask yourself. Because of the women. The Philippine women are beautiful. They're very gorgeous, and that's why I'm here too. I love the Filipinas. They're so gorgeous, so beautiful, but there's tricks about them too, and there's downfalls. But these foreigners, they've all moved to the Philippines, and the Philippine people are good, but a lot of these women, they have bad intentions. A lot of women are hungry, and they're poor, and they're desperate, and some of these bad women will do anything to take your money. And the best thing I said to do is just go ahead and keep your money. Don't give these women money. Like I mentioned, help those women that help you, that you know, that can just give you some benefits in your life. But women who don't give you benefits from life, you should not help them. I have this woman just texting me yesterday, and she's like, buying me like 1,000 peso shoes, like $20 or $30 pair of shoes, tennis shoes. I'm like, who are you? I don't know you. And she says, I know you have money and I need a pair of shoes. And I ask her, like, what benefits have you given me? Like, what have you done for me lately? And she said nothing. And I said, well, why am I buying you a 1,000 peso pair of Converse tennis shoes when you've done nothing to enrich my life? And I told her, no. I said, I'm busy helping those people who have benefited my life and who have given to my life happiness, or who have worked for me or cleaned my house or have done something to enrich my life. But you just come online and you start asking me for money and tennis shoes and stuff. And I said, I really don't know who you are. I don't know some of these ladies from Adam and Eve, mostly Eve. I don't know who they are. So you know, just, it's a red flag. I mean, people just asking you for money. It's like a beggar or something like that. I guess it's the first beginning of a scammer, is they ask you for money, you say no, and then they start thinking of ways to get money from you. But don't give money, you know, don't give money to people who don't enrich your life. It's okay to help people that you know and that you've experienced a relationship or communication, that you have a good rapport with. But a woman who just texts you out of the blue and starts asking you for tennis shoes, you know, don't entertain those kind of people. You can talk to them, but don't give them money. If you give these women who don't benefit your life money, you're just headed for a road to disaster, or probably losing your money. Like I said, Philippine women are beautiful. They're gorgeous, and they know how to yank the heartstrings from a man. They're good. These women are awesome. Some of these women are professional. They make a living. They make a dang good living out of just scamming people. So when you thinking about sending money because this girl likes you, she could be asking a whole stack full of foreigners like yourself the same thing. She might have a whole stack of foreigners and you're not the only one. So just be careful and make it a habit that you don't send money to women that you don't know. Never let beauty cloud your mind. Think smart and protect your wallet, and make sure that if you spend money, you spend it wisely. Because if you don't spend your money wisely, you're going to go ahead and lose your money to these scammers, and you're going to feed these scammers, and they're going to go after more and more foreigners. So stop it. Stop feeding these women, and maybe they'll stop scamming because they'll have no job. But if you keep giving them money, they have a good living and they just continue it more and more. And they go ahead and they flush you down the toilet and they move on to the next foreigner.